USPSA created a monster. What monster am I talking about? That is Practical Shooting Insights over on Instagram. Now, how is he a monster? Well, he's posting a lot of information. Practical Shooting Insights, over the last couple of weeks has been putting out lots of stuff. He's clearly got a source inside of the organization. He's posting costs, not quite P&L statements, but costs of certain things at national matches. And, the numbers that are getting posted are very interesting. In one really stark example, I think they had a national match that spent like $4,000 some dollars on meals and entertainment for the, I assume for the USPSA staff people. But they had a $1,600 RO appreciation dinner. It is hilarious. And is that stuff true? Based on the reaction I'm seeing, it is probably pretty accurate. So, I know that stuff drives USPSA crazy. Absolutely. And, I should say, Insights is posting even more wild stuff like criminal records and witness statements for one of the candidates, the Area 6 candidate, Kyle Stevens. Insights is saying the guy claims to have been like a pro poker player. I'm not sure that's really true that he was a pro poker player, but whatever. That's the information that Insights has been putting out. And as a quick aside, JJ Racaza came out today and endorsed Kyle Stevens for Area 6. Says this is the guy we need. And well, that's funny because JJ also at one point was selling like a Magneto helmet, like the Halo, like you wear this helmet and it stimulates your brain to help you learn how to shoot better in some way. I think they stopped giving him money, so he stopped endorsing the helmet. JJ's word doesn't count for a whole lot. Anyway, that's just an aside. USPSA created Insights. They created this guy and kind of created an opponent who is going to be coming at them hard for the foreseeable future. How did they do this? Well, really the same way they created me. I've been around for a long time now in the USPSA scene. And when I started, I've always been a little bit vocal online, that kind of thing. But when I started, I fundamentally followed the rules. The rules, I mean the USPSA board's rules. Hey, we don't want disharmony. They don't really do arguments, but hey, if you have a problem with something, talk to your area director. And I did it. I did a few times. If there's an issue here, hey, talk to the match director. Talk to the range master. And what I noticed talking to these people over the course, this is over the course of years, me and other people, we'd have these conversations and nothing ever happened. They never went anywhere. The leadership would just, hey, we're going to do this, and then you talk to them about all the reasons why this, that, or the other thing they're doing. It could be a problem, you don't like it, whatever, you just disagree. But it never mattered. So talking to them, you talk to them privately, and it would make no difference. Now, obviously, after some time goes on, you realize these guys don't actually care what anybody thinks. They're just going to do what they're going to do. Justify it sort of in public. They'll justify it however they feel like, and they'll do what they're doing, what they privately decide. They're just going to do what they're doing. It doesn't matter what you say to them. What I did notice is they were extremely sensitive to anything that was talked about in public, especially on the internet. They're extremely sensitive to it. It drives them crazy. So if you want to, disagree or talk about issues and you want it to matter, it pretty much has to be public. So once I learned that, then it's hey, we just start talking about it in public. So in a sense, they created that. They created me. Just because it's not just not listening to me. They don't listen to anyone. They don't care what anybody says. They just do what they want to do. And it doesn't matter what you say. And if you go at them hard enough, or if you say anything really, they'll act like you're the problem or you're creating issues. So, in the same sense, they created Insights. What did he start doing a couple years ago? He was posting nerdy information about classifiers and other things having to do with USPSA, and then he starts talking about some stuff that's a little bit sensitive. Then he starts getting pushback. Then he realizes, oh, I'm just going to lean into it and talk about that stuff more. And it doesn't take too long before he gets kicked out of the organization as well. And now he's just going full force. Like if you run for office, for a USPSA office, and there's like shady criminal stuff in your background, he's going to post it, right? That kind of thing. Like they created this. So I have really no sympathy for them. And I'm enjoying watching Insights drive USPSA crazy. I really am. And bravo, Derek. Keep on doing it.